Greetings, Wyslouch here. Today's musical quick tip: implement double stops into your melodies. What's a double stop? Two notes played at once. What melody we're going to use? Little Cabin Home on the Hill. Here it is, single note style. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's a systematic approach? Let's take an interval, a third for example. We're in the key of A. Every melody note that we play a third above it at the same time. So if I were to play a C sharp, I would play an E above it. If the melody was a D, I would play an F sharp above it. 1, 2, 3, 4. What if we did all thirds below the melody note? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. All right, so now we start to see a process of finding where the notes are. We could add a little bit of right hand technique to give some variety. For example, tremolo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's take a different interval because we're experimenting. How about fourths? When I play a melody note, I play the fourth above it also. It'll sound a little weird, but again, we're experimenting. Some things will work, some things won't. But how will you know what decision to make if you don't know the options? 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Same deal, we could do a fourth below. That's our structured approach. We find out what the options are. Next, we can be a little loose. After you practice that, maybe one interval per week, something like that. Try improvising. Switch between above or below the melody note. Switch between harmonizing with thirds, harmonizing with fourths. You start getting really comfortable with this with one melody, take a different one. Try some different intervals out. You can be random, loose with it. It doesn't have to be structured. This is a great way to come up with a lot of different variations when you're improvising on melodies while still retaining the essence of the tune. You hear it all the time in great fiddle players, banjo players, mandolin players, pretty much all instruments that can play more than one note at the same time. By virtue of having to find the other intervals, you're also going to be forced to find different places to play the melody. Your knowledge of the neck will become much stronger. You're also going to gain a deeper relationship to whatever key you're playing in. If you're doing A and you figure out how to harmonize a melody in fourths, you're going to be much more comfortable in the key of A. The benefits are endless. You can get a supplementary PDF to this week's quick tip and every week's quick tip at my Patreon page. If you like these educational videos, please consider becoming a patron for $3 a month. And while you're at it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We'll be back every week with our Friday quick tips. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.